Hello and welcome to our channel. If you are passionate about wildlife, nature, and powerful animal documentaries, you are in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest documentaries. Now let's step into the wilderness. Through the morning mist of a forest, a massive figure emerges. A bear, towering and powerful, moves silently between the trees, its breath visible in the cold air. In another corner of the world, a polar bear crashes through Arctic ice, hunting for seals. By the rushing rivers of Alaska, grizzlies wait with patience, striking with thunderous power as salmon leap upstream. For centuries, bears have been symbols of strength, mystery, and spirit. From ancient mythology to modern culture, they have represented both fear and reverence. They are creatures of immense power, yet also of remarkable intelligence and adaptability. In this documentary, we will uncover the truth of the bear's world, exploring their strength, their survival, their family bonds, and their vital role as guardians of the wilderness. The bear's body is a masterpiece of strength and endurance. Grizzlies and brown bears can weigh over half a ton, standing nearly 3 meters tall on their hind legs, their sheer presence commanding the wilderness they roam. Armed with claws that grow up to 4 inches long, they dig, climb, and strike with devastating force. Their jaws, lined with powerful teeth, can crush bone or tear through flesh, but are equally capable of stripping berries or breaking open nuts. Bears are omnivores, and their tools of survival are as versatile as they are deadly. But their true power lies not only in muscle, it lies in their senses. A bear's sense of smell is among the most acute in the animal kingdom, able to detect scents from miles away. Their hearing and vision sharpen their awareness, making them skilled hunters, foragers, and survivors. Across species, adaptations reflect their habitats. Polar bears draped in white fur are masters of the Arctic ice. Grizzlies dominate mountain valleys and salmon rivers. Black bears thrive in forests, adapting to life even near humans. And the giant panda, with its distinctive black and white coat, lives a life of quiet persistence among bamboo forests. In every corner of the world, the bear's anatomy is a testament to evolution's genius, strength, versatility, and endurance, making them true kings of the wilderness. To survive in the wilderness, a bear must be many things: a predator, a forager, and at times a scavenger. Unlike most hunters of the wild, bears are omnivores. Their menu is as varied as their habitats, from the sweet berries of mountain forests to salmon leaping upstream to seals hunted on Arctic ice, and even the quiet crunch of bamboo in the panda's forest home. When hunting, bears rely less on speed and more on patience, power, and opportunity. A grizzly by a riverbank strikes with lightning force as salmon jump. A polar bear waits silently at a breathing hole in the ice, lunging with unmatched precision at an unsuspecting seal. But when food is scarce, bears turn scavenger, feeding on carcasses or raiding smaller predators' kills, nature's ultimate opportunists. Each season brings its own challenges. In summer, food is plentiful and bears feast to build reserves. But in winter, snow blankets the land and resources vanish. It is here that their ability to adapt, to eat anything, to endure hunger, to scavenge what others leave behind, becomes their greatest strength. Predator, scavenger, forager. These shifting roles allow bears not only to survive but to dominate in some of the world's harshest environments. Despite their fearsome reputation, bears are also devoted parents. The story of survival begins in winter dens, hidden beneath snow and rock. Here, while the mother rests in hibernation, tiny cubs are born, blind, helpless, and no larger than a squirrel. Through the long months of winter, the cubs nurse and grow, safe in the warmth of their mother's body. When spring arrives, she leads them into the world beyond, teaching them every lesson they need to survive. A mother bear is fiercely protective, willing to face down threats many times her size to defend her young. She shows them where to find food, how to climb trees, how to swim rivers, and how to recognize danger. Playful wrestling between cubs is more than fun. It is practice for the strength and skills they will one day need as adults. But the path to survival is harsh. Many cubs fall to predators or starvation before reaching maturity. Only the strongest, guided by their mother's wisdom, will survive to become the next generation of kings of the wilderness. For a bear, survival is not only about strength, it is also about behavior and adaptation. One of their most remarkable abilities is hibernation, a biological miracle that allows them to endure the harshest winters. As snow blankets the land, bears retreat into dens, their heart rate slowing, their bodies conserving energy. For months, they neither eat nor drink, yet emerge in spring alive and ready to roam. Communication in the bear's world is subtle yet powerful. Through grunts, roars, and growls, they signal warnings or express emotions. Their body language, whether a dominant stance, a lowered head, or playful wrestling, conveys intent to rivals, mates, and cubs. Scent marking, left on trees or the ground, declares territory and dominance, a silent warning to intruders. Among males, power determines territory. Fierce battles decide who controls the richest feeding grounds or who earns the right to mate. Yet bears are not always fighters. Play is common, especially among young cubs, building strength and social skills. And in moments of surprising intelligence, bears are seen solving problems, opening containers, or even using tools to reach food. Their behavior reveals more than instincts. It shows a complex, adaptable mind, honed by millions of years of survival. Bears are not confined to one land. They are rulers across continents, each species telling a unique story of survival. In North America, the grizzly and brown bears dominate mountain valleys, riverbanks, and forests. They are among the most iconic predators, respected for their size and feared for their strength. Farther north, the polar bear reigns over the frozen Arctic. Built for ice and snow, it is the largest carnivore on land, a true ruler of a kingdom where only the toughest survive. In the forests of Asia and North America, black bears show their adaptability, thriving from deep wilderness to the edges of human settlements. Agile climbers and opportunistic feeders, they prove that survival belongs to those who can adapt. And then there is the giant panda, a bear unlike any other. Once on the brink of extinction, it has carved a life in bamboo forests, feeding almost exclusively on a plant that few others can survive on. The panda is both a symbol of fragility and a beacon of hope for global conservation. Across cultures, bears have been revered as warriors, protectors, and spiritual guides. Across ecosystems, they are keystone species, shaping the lands they inhabit. From Arctic ice to Asian forests, from mountains to bamboo groves, bears truly are kings of the wilderness in every corner of the world. For as long as humans have told stories, bears have walked through our myths and legends. In ancient folklore, they were warriors, protectors, and even gods. Many indigenous cultures saw them as symbols of strength and wisdom, embodying the spirit of the wilderness itself. But the relationship between humans and bears has not always been one of reverence. With expanding human settlements, forests have shrunk and the homes of bears have vanished. Hunting, poaching, and the trade in bear parts have pushed many species to the brink. Conflicts erupt where bears raid crops or wander into villages, driven by hunger or curiosity. Yet hope remains. Across the world, conservation has given bears a chance. National parks and protected reserves provide safe havens. Ecotourism has turned bears into ambassadors of the wild, showing people their beauty and importance. Global awareness campaigns have shone a light on their struggles, rallying humanity to their cause. The survival of bears depends not only on nature, but on us. Learning to coexist with them is not just about protecting a species, but about preserving the balance of wilderness itself. From the icy reaches of the Arctic to the dense forests of Asia, from the salmon rivers of Alaska to the bamboo groves of China, bears remain a symbol of the wild, strong, intelligent, and vital to their ecosystems. Their story is not just one of power, it is also one of endurance, adaptability, and resilience. But their survival mirrors the health of our planet. When bears thrive, wilderness thrives. When they vanish, an entire ecosystem suffers. As we close this journey, we are reminded that these giants of the wild are more than predators or foragers. They are guardians of nature's balance. And as long as bears roam the wilderness, the spirit of the wild will endure.